Oh, there we go. We have the Charter of Rights. The Charter of Rights.
Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that rights aren't something that you hold in your hands, like this piece of paper here. You're either free or you're not. The violation of your rights is something that is physically done by volition, human volition. Defending your rights also takes human volition too. Otherwise, it's just all in the abstract. It's just on the piece of paper, all in the abstract. You have to take your freedom. You don't ask permission. You don't point to the paper and the government go, you can't violate my rights. See, it says so right here. You can't do that. See, rights aren't physics. You have to take your freedom. Volition, human action. Get the point? Otherwise, it's just a bullshit abstraction on paper. Maybe if you just all vote a little harder next time and rub that lucky rabbit's foot real. The freedom movement needs to have a red pill shoved up its collective ass.
And you can bet I will be using my democratic right to vote your ass out of office.
So tell me, it's your system. It's your structure. This whole phenomena, this artifact, this Bronze Age artifact called the state, where a relatively small handful of people who are self-appointed leaders through trickery, through threats, through bribes, through extortion, taxation, maintain and create their power through the use of the state. This is your system. And you think that because you vote that you're free? Is that what you really think? Is that what you wasted your emotional and physical energy on? All that bullshit? Now tell me, this is what I want to know. What power would Soy Boy Trudeau have were it not for the mantle of the state? I mean, what power would this guy have over you? Excuse me, I'm gonna need your guns. Yeah. Okay. Face on face. Just one human being to another. Trudeau comes to you with that kind of demand. What are you going to do? Walk away if he pushes the issue, punch his lights out? If he gets a little too aggressive? No. But, as it is though, Trudeau is surrounded by the mantle of the state, with his muscle bonehead enforcers to back up his edicts, as all the politicians have this kind of power over a vast population of people. Nobody should have this kind of fucking power. This is the problem. The system.
The Australians are actually standing up quite a bit too, but they unfortunately have one of the most craziest COVID 1984 police states I've seen. It's absolutely nuts what's happening over there. And if you think it can't happen here in Canada, you better think again, because what's happening in Australia is a blueprint for what's coming to Canada. Only if we don't comply though.
Dan Dix stated, the Canadian selection is over, and Justin Trudeau has once again been selected as Prime Minister of Canada. The illusion of choice was so blatantly obvious, and on top of that, Maxime Bernier was clearly not given a fair chance. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, that of course Maxime Bernier was increasing in popularity. There was large turnouts to his rallies, his talks, while Justin Trudeau was being booed everywhere he went. His popularity taking a plummet. Why do you think he held the snap election? To give the impression that he's in demand, There was a strategy behind this, and the freedom movement fell for it. Look it, nobody owns you, okay? Not the state, not even this mystical construct called God owns you. Nobody owns you. This is what self-sovereignty means. It's in contradiction to the very nature of the state. And these voters who carry on with their smugness that at least they're doing something. Something. At least they're doing something. Right. That a small elite should have a monopolization on law, for Christ's sakes. Let's look at the state. What power would Trudeau have over your life were it not for this? And you're gonna cater to this bullshit? Electoral politics is a construct of the state, for Christ's sakes. Do you think that these people, these powerful people with great wealth and political clout, or just out and out straight political power, who are determined to carry out their agenda, and they are so fucking evil that you can't even conceive of it because you're not that kind of person? Do you think that they're going to be foiled by an election? Trudeau called it, for Christ's sakes. You don't think there was fucking planning and a strategy and meetings and discussions and boardroom ball sessions all behind this? You fell right into it. Freedom fighters. And and this bullshit about our politicians have been put in the pockets of big pharma and blah 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 blah, and our government has been hijacked, and yeah, otherwise it's a good thing other than politicians being corrupted. Yeah, the state's fucking good. Yeah, that's the problem with the modern crop of freedom fighters, is that all this corruption became apparent in March 2020 when the state has always been a fucking instrument of destruction, genocide, plunder, murder. Maybe if you just all vote a little harder next time and rub that lucky.
The variants! No tests for the variants! There's no tests for the variants, so what the heck are they talking about? We're being played, we're being punked every which way. You guys gotta realize that.
There's nothing you can take from me, nothing you can coerce me with. No means no.
And quite frankly, if we en masse walked out and said we're not working until you change these rules, but when you have 70% of the sheeplet who have been vaccinated, who want more vaccines and more vaccines and more vaccines, and who consider people like myself, the unvaccinated, the threat to their safety. I am now a leper in a leper colony.
To do is come together. We can't be judging people that fell for that propaganda. Those people are us. Those people are us. We're all victims of the same mind control, trauma-based mind control system, right? Every single one of us to a degree. We've just woken up and managed to escape a little bit earlier than our brothers and sisters. So our job now is to welcome these people with open arms, because they've been duped just like us. And we're no better than them just because, we woke up last year or 5 years ago. So what?
14 boosters to flatten the curve.
Get vaxxed. Get vaxxed.
Why? I just heard today a school friend died, younger than me actually, went to school with my sister. People my age are dying.
I think there's hundreds of thousands in the U.S. dead.
Oh yeah, they're dying from the vax.
No way.
And the vax, they're spreading the variant.
No.
What?
No way.
Get them out of here. You know why?
And you want to unite. What's your message to people who are saying they're against vax passport, they want more freedom and liberties, but they're not going to vote in this election?
I don't understand that. That's their opportunity to send a strong message to these establishments.
You wasted all that energy and time when you could have been doing something else in fighting this battle.
It says that there is no order that supersedes Charter of Rights or Bill of Rights.
Charter of Rights and constitutions and whatnot, that's all, meant to keep the government in check because, it is a wild beast, so we have to have some codified principles to keep it in check, right? This is the kind of society that we can create. We can't do better than this, really? This piece of paper, really keep these people in check? Do politicians and other powerful people, do they have motive to follow the Constitution? No, it seems to go counter to their interests, right? In their quest for power and wealth.
Is there any moral legitimacy whatsoever, even for the structure of the state as such, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I know that goes into very hot, controversial waters, but I can say this much, though, so far, okay? Mm-hmm. Without, it has nothing to do with advocating a violent revolution, the overthrow of governments, or anything like that, because I am not an advocate of violence. In fact, far from it.
Top-down hierarchy. The elites up here, going on down to the citizens. Top-down hierarchy. But that certainly is a great source of power. But there's another source of power that the state relies upon, and that is vertical power. Vertical power, yes, that is citizen-on-citizen attacks. And that's what the state is relying on with the vaccine passports. Deputizing all these citizens to stop people at their doors, for Christ's sakes. No, you have a lot of bonehead libertarians going, well, if they voluntarily, it's their business, they can do that if they want a vaccine passport. Yeah, you fucking idiots! They have a gun to their temple, for Christ's sakes. They're complying out of fear. Nobody wants this fucking shit. No restaurant owner wants to turn away customers, for fuck's sakes. All of this is based on coercion. This is the nature of the state.
Show me your papers! Dummkopf! Dummkopf, show me your papers!
And my vote matters, and you can bet I will be using my democratic right to vote your ass out of office.